Since the election, President Trump has been raising a lot of money on his unfounded claims of widespread voter fraud. We know that Trump hasn't had much success actually challenging the results of the election in court. Still, the campaign announced it and the RNC raised more than $200 million between Election Day and November 23rd. Part of the fundraising push comes from nearly 500 emails in November, many of them pointing to this website, asking for donations purportedly meant to fund their efforts for recounts and the legal battles associated with them. But a look at the fine print tells a different story. In the days after the election, as much as 60% of the fund's proceeds were slated to go towards remaining campaign debt. And now the fine print has changed, designating that up to 75% of donations will now go to Trump's new political action committee, Save America. If you take a look at the campaign website, there are a few things that deserve a closer look. For example, 2 boxes are automatically checked. The first sets donors up for automatic monthly donations. The second sets up a second payment of $5 to be withdrawn on December 5th. But you can also see this here. Your contribution will benefit Trump Make America Great Again committee. And the fine print is below, with money going to a slew of Trump and GOP entities. Large donations will go to the RNC's legal proceedings or headquarters account. So is all of this kosher? When does it go beyond just not reading the fine print and into deceptive practices that could be legally challenged? In the consumer world, it's usually on the consumer to read the fine print. Most people sign or click through documents that are legally binding without even looking at the fine print. In this case, while the solicitation may be misleading, the fine print is there, so it's lawful. Of course, if the solicitation contains a false statement, it doesn't matter what size font it's in. It crosses the line into fraud. Then there's the gray area, a statement that is technically true but misleading, or it omits an important fact. The fine print is not just a saying. Courts really do care if the important stuff is in a tiny font compared to the rest of the language. Take a look at this email from November 12th. That pushes people to the fundraising site. The subject is proof of election fraud, but the email doesn't provide that proof, and the campaign hasn't backed up such claims with anything that's held up in court. Now, the subject line is really just a subject. It could mean they're looking for proof of fraud, but it's vague to be sure. This is starting to enter the gray area. Perhaps the real question is, do Trump's donors even care?
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.